So I'm understanding different language around this and how it's important that we understand the difference. They woke me up and I'm half asleep. So it's like, is this really the time you want me to be talking about this? But yes, okay. You've heard me mention how like they work through me and I don't understand it, right? It's like they make it seem like I'm a healer, but I'm not. Right? Like they're working through me, right? Like it's unconditional love that's doing that stuff. I'm just a vessel. And so it's like our work as humans is to be fucking happy, to love ourselves, accept ourselves, get to know ourselves, get to know all parts of ourselves. Because the more we get to know ourselves, the more we can understand others. Because we're all part of this, you know? And so the more we can love ourselves, the more we can accept ourselves, the more we can hold unconditional love for ourselves. And the more we can do that for ourselves, we can do that for others. So it's like, think of yourself as like a container. And the more you can fill up with unconditional love for oneself, obviously, the more you can offer to someone else, right? And so like, our job as humans really is to learn to fully love and accept ourselves more and more and get to know ourselves more and more. Because the more we can understand ourselves and where we were coming from and have compassion for ourselves, right? Like there's a lot of, believe you me, there are many things that, I don't like to use this word, but you regret doing, right? But you can also recognize you only knew what you knew when you knew it. And, I don't know how to say all this. It's like we all have needs to be met. And when they're not being met, our shadow side will come out. If we're not able to find healthy outlets, our ego will find a way. Those needs need to be met. End of story. So this is why it's so important to love yourself and honor yourself and get your needs met in healthy ways. Because if you don't, they're getting met. And it could be in your blind spot. And then you're going to regret it, right? And so it's your job to get your needs met in healthy ways. It's also your job to love yourself and forgive yourself for not doing that, right? And have compassion for yourself and recognize you were in deprivation there. Now, that doesn't give you an excuse, right? It's still your job. So you still have that. Okay, we don't have to get into that. The whole point is the more you can recognize all these dynamics within oneself, the more you can forgive yourself and love yourself and accept yourself and set yourself up for success so that you don't continue to be in that deprivation. And depending on how long you've been there, believe me, I'm not expecting you to snap your fingers and it switches overnight. It takes time, it takes consistency, it takes creativity, right? It takes a lot of things. For some of us, others, they just fell into a perfect life. I mean, who knows, right? Like you don't have, it's like you just have to worry about you, right? And being honest with yourself. And so I think the whole point of what they were trying to get me to say and talk about and verbalize is the fact that no human is a healer, right? Like we're all vessels for unconditional love. Unconditional love is what heals everyone, including humans. And so the human's job is to open up our own hearts towards ourselves, for ourselves. And that heals ourselves. And then when we can flood ourselves more and more by opening ourselves more and more to unconditional love, then it's like set the example and spill over. But it's up to everybody to do their own work and to be open and receptive to, I guess, like learning how to love themselves, which can sound funny, right? But Sometimes we can hear other humans translating it when we haven't tapped in enough ourselves yet. And then learning that practice of how to do that more and more so you can work directly to get your own guidance. I thought that was interesting. Because you've heard me talk about how they come through me sometimes, and I'm like, I don't understand, because I know I'm not consciously doing things. It's like I'm not taking credit. I'm well aware that whatever is occurring it's like supernatural or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, and yet it's like they don't want me taking under credit. It's because I continue to do my work to love myself. And it does sound funny, like that's work. Yes. Right? It does take work to love oneself, forgive oneself, to honor oneself, to stand in one's authenticity, to not shrink back down. Like all these things, for some of us, I don't think it's like normal or natural, or it doesn't always come easy to everyone. And so like you'll hear people, I think it's like, we've talked about this so many times, where people have it's like, I want to say they have a God complex, but I don't think they mean to have a God complex. I don't think they mean to verbalize it the way they do, but at the same time, they very much do. They very much think it's them who's doing the healing. It's very much them who is so magical. And yes and no, right? It's like, I think there needs to be a really fine line there. Careful. Yes and no, meaning, yes, you start to do your own healing and loving yourself. So then if it does feel like you're granted these gifts, but really you're just granting more access to unconditional love in your vessel. And so you get disillusioned thinking it's you who's doing stuff when it's not. And then you tell other people what you can do. And it's like this crisscross. It's like this mixed signal or this misunderstanding. And again, I can see how people get confused. And I don't think unconditional love necessarily cares. And at the same time, I kind of feel like they do now. Maybe that's why they're having me clarify these words or terminology, because, you've heard me talk about it from the beginning. I get agitated because people don't give unconditional love the credit. That bothers me. But it's based on all this information, because I feel like then people think they need to go to other people for healing. You don't ever need to see another person to get healed and whole. You do that within oneself and opening up to unconditional love flooding you. Now we can help one another understand and talk it out and learn and that kind of thing. But that's just humans being human. Right? Like, that's just us being us. Wanting that confirmation from another 3D touchstone. But you can get disillusioned by another 3D touchstone. Like, who knows where they're coming from, or how much healing they've done, or how much they're filled with unconditional love, and how much they're filled with the less than. So, I feel like we could go on for days and days and days. And it's like, I'm not sure exactly what the point was, other than clarifying the language. It's like, I don't want to put anybody, it's like, down, right? Because it's almost like they're almost showing, it's like, don't go to anybody who tells you they're a healer, right? And it's like, well, we don't want to do that. But it would be good to clarify and make sure that people who are claiming that are well aware of this dynamic I'm mentioning, right? Like, do they really think they're this magical being? Yikes, that might be a little too God complexy, right? Like, oh boy, we got ourselves more of an ego on our hands than do you see what I'm saying? So it's like we need to be careful. But I feel like we always need to be careful and discerning when it comes to other humans. not fearful, but just discerning, right? Like, do you want to muddle your energy with theirs? Are they worth engaging with? Are you both going to uplift one another, or is there, Okay, see how we could go on and on? This is what happens when I get tired. Okay. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening. If you would like to support this channel, you can find more information in the notes below.